Good, happy Saturday morning, March 7, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Rise and shine, everyone. Let's get this Saturday off to a good start. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy this Saturday edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with your local news. In local news, $4.9 million in federal money is headed to New Hampshire to aid New Hampshire coronavirus response. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust understands life in northern New England. We think differently about banking relationships, and we take the time to get to know our...
There's a number of needs here that we'll have to address.
Beth Daly is the chief of the Bureau of Infectious Disease Control at the State Department of Health and Human Services. She says the $4.9 million in federal funds New Hampshire is set to receive will go a long way in recognizing and containing COVID-19 here at home.
We're waiting to hear from the federal government what the stipulations for this funding will be.
Once those guidelines are released, HHS will work with state agencies, including the governor's office, to establish where the $4.9 million will go.
We need to support our healthcare system, make sure our healthcare system has the equipment and supplies that it needs. We need to make sure that our public health partners also have the workforce and the supplies and equipment that it needs.
The state recently received the ability to conduct COVID-19 testing. The funds will likely be used to continue that. But Daly adds the money will also be saved for any long-term planning.
Thinking about whether or not there will be a vaccine available, that will require certain supplies and equipment, as well as workforce to provide vaccines to our community.
Meantime, lawmakers applaud local hospitals for their current containment efforts.
We need to continue to take our cues from those folks who have done this work and who can provide that calm, cool, and collected voice that we all need at this point in time.
And so to date, the state has tested 25 individuals. 2 cases contained presumptive positives. 20 came back negative, and 3 results are still pending.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, the fallout from the new coronavirus now spreading coast to coast. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
In the New York City area, the number of cases doubling again in the last 24 hours, and the steps being taken in the city right now. Meantime, in Boston at this hour, the scene unfolding there. Several people at a hotel taken to the hospital for immediate screenings. Here's ABC's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, authorities shutting down a street in Boston, transporting dozens of people from the Marriott Hotel directly to the hospital to be tested for the new coronavirus.
We now have new information that there have been 3 confirmed cases of coronavirus of Boston residents tracing back to the same Biogen meeting. This is a rapidly evolving situation.
Health officials testing people outside the hospital, then sending them home to wait for results. This as states across the country are scrambling to contain the spread. In New York, about 4,000 people, more than half in the New York City area alone, now under quarantine.
This is like a flu on steroids.
The number of new cases doubling again today, jumping to 44, including a doctor who works at the same hospital where the sick Westchester lawyer was initially taken. That attorney frequently traveled by train to Grand Central Terminal. Tonight, his rabbi telling his congregation, "I have the virus and am doing reasonably well." But caution those who've had contact with him to seek counsel from your health practitioner.
He demonstrated confidence in his own condition, and he reminded his congregants that we all have a responsibility to do what we can to safeguard public health.
The normally bustling business district of New Rochelle a virtual ghost town.
It's eerily quiet. There's not many cars. There are not many shoppers.
Bob Kent lives just down the street from the lawyer at the center of the outbreak. Do you get the sense that people are anxious about what will happen next?
Yes, I think people have pretty well decided that it's, in a sense, unstoppable. I don't see any way that it doesn't continue to expand.
ABC News getting exclusive access to New York's Wadsworth Center in Albany, the first state lab in the country to begin testing for coronavirus with its own developed test.
There's no reason for panic here. There's no reason for undue anxiety. Facts do not back that up.
Tonight, nationwide, many schools and universities canceling classes or holding lessons online. New York City schools preparing plans for remote learning capabilities. The University of Washington also teaching classes online after a faculty member tested positive. And pharmaceutical companies are bracing for shortages too. 80% of drugs consumed in the U.S. come from China and India, so more delays threaten supplies of critical medication. Late tonight, the city of Austin, Texas, canceling the wildly popular South by Southwest Festival, a $355 million blow to the local economy. More than 400,000 people attend the event each year. David, the New York lab that developed its own test received FDA approval less than a week ago. It's responsible for confirming most of the coronavirus cases in the state. But officials are warning people as they test more, the numbers will likely go up dramatically. Hi.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. Your weather right now is fair, 29 degrees. And here's a look at that hourly forecast for all of you. 7 a.m., mostly sunny, 27 degrees. 8 a.m., mostly sunny, 29 degrees. 9 a.m., mostly sunny, 31 degrees. 10 a.m., partly cloudy, 34 degrees. 11 a.m., partly cloudy, 35 degrees. And 12 p.m., sunny, 37 degrees. And weather for today, partly cloudy skies, high near 40, winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And let's take a look at the current temperatures across New Hampshire right now. And here's a look at those current temperatures for all of you across New Hampshire. Keene, 25 degrees. Jaffrey, 27 degrees. Nashua, 30 degrees. Manchester, 30 degrees. Portsmouth, 28 degrees. Rochester, 27 degrees. Concord, 28 degrees. LaGuardia, 25 degrees. Lebanon, 23 degrees. Plymouth, 24 degrees. Mount Washington, 1 degree. Whitefield, 18 degrees. And Berlin, 16 degrees. And now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at that next 7-day forecast for all of you. Today, breezy and chilly, 39 degrees. Don't forget to spring forward before you go to bed tonight. Sunday, milder, sunshine, 50 degrees. Monday, warm, some sun, 60 degrees on Monday. Also Tuesday, 60 degrees, still warm, PM rain. Wednesday, cooler, some sun, 50 degrees. Thursday, AM mix, cloudy, 43 degrees. And Friday, wintry mix, rain, 45 degrees. Wow. Monday and Tuesday, 60 degrees, everyone. Gonna be a nice day there. And we're gonna switch gears now. Let's talk about upcoming events for Saturday, March 7th. Let's go into your New Hampshire Life segment. Telling Your Family Story Workshop, 9 o'clock a.m. at Nookie S. Loeb School of Communication. Boston C. Rose Show, 9 o'clock a.m. at Doubletree by Hilton, Boston, North Shore. Craft Supply Swap, 9:30 a.m. at Laconia Public Library. Supercharge Your Success, 10 o'clock a.m. at NHTI, Concord's Community College. Tap into Maple Families, 10 o'clock a.m. at Prescott Farm Environmental Education Center. Snowshoe Yoga Adults, 10 o'clock a.m. at Prescott Farm Environmental Education Center. On stage with NHWP / 6-week playwriting curriculum, 10 o'clock a.m. at the Ford House. Southern New Hampshire Kid Fest 2020, 10 o'clock a.m. at YMCA of Greater Nashua, Westwood Park. Youth Art Show, 10 o'clock a.m. Art Up Front Street Studio and Gallery. And New Hampshire Maple Month Weekend number 1, 10 o'clock a.m. Various New Hampshire sugar houses will be open today. And those are all the events coming up today in New Hampshire and around New Hampshire. Now let's talk about your weekend top 10 planner for March 6th through the 8th, 2020. Ballet Felonious Narco de Mexico, performing at the Colonial Theater in Keene on Sunday at 3 p.m. Tickets are $39 to $55. The High Kings. The High Kings will take the stage at the Flying Monkey in Plymouth on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $39 to $74. The 4th Annual Storytelling Festival. Be part of the 4th Annual Storytelling Festival at the New Hampshire Theatre Project in Portsmouth on Saturday at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $20 to $25. 2020 Southern New Hampshire Kid Fest. Southern New Hampshire Kid Fest 2020 will take place on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the YMCA of Greater Nashua, Westwood Park. Admission is free. New Hampshire Outdoor Expo. The New Hampshire Outdoor Expo will be held Friday from 1 to 8 p.m., Saturday, today, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hampshire Dome in Milford. Tickets are $12 for adults, free for children 12 and under. High Time Celtics Trio. It's never too early to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The High Time Celtics Trio will perform at Brewers Academy, Anderson Hall, and Wolfboro on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. To help you get started, tickets are $25. 2020 New Hampshire State Spelling Bee. New Hampshire Union Leader Spelling Bee. The public is invited to attend the New Hampshire State Spelling Bee at Silver Center for the Arts at Plymouth State University in Plymouth on Saturday at 1 p.m. Admission is free. And that is a look at your weekend planner in New Hampshire for this weekend. And as you know, we are in March, finally in the month of March. Let's take a look at the 10 best free events happening in March. Where you can have fun on less than a dime this month. Let's take a look at the list. Cut Up / Cut Out, Exeter, March 1st to the 4th. Patio Life, Portsmouth, March 1st to the 29th. Semi-Colonial, Concord, March 2nd. Songs of Immigration, Storytelling through Traditional Irish Music in Rye on March 4th. Anne Stirling, Bethlehem, March 6th through the 29th. The Making of Strawberry Bank in Bow, New Hampshire on March 16th. New Hampshire Maple Weekend Open House, Tamworth, on March 21st to the 22nd. Canterbury Maple Festival in Canterbury, New Hampshire, March 21st to the 22nd. St. Patrick's Day Parade in Manchester on March 29th. Take a hike. Spring is here. Pick a sunny day this month. There are bound to be a few scattered between mid-March clouds and at least gaps of snow, and celebrate the season with a hike on one of New Hampshire's mountain and flattened trails. And you can find information here on trails in here as well. And that is a look at some free activities for the month of March right here in New Hampshire. Welcome to March, everyone. And as you know, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, so we are talking about Viewer's Choice 2020 Best Corned Beef and Cabbage. Let's take a look at the list.
Here's a song about a new brownie town. When your ice cream cone needs an ice cream handle, your table's disrespected by a guy named Randall. You need a little towel strong enough to handle. Use a little square, not more. New Terra Square paper towels from Brawny.
Okay, there you go. Get into that St. Patrick's Day spirit, everyone. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Demi Lovato breaks her silence and details her relapse in emotional interview. Let's take a look at that video from Good Morning America.
GMA cover story as Demi Lovato releases that powerful new anthem about loving yourself. She's also now speaking out in a candid new interview about the overdose that nearly took her life, the moments that led to it, and what she's learned about self-love. Janae Norman is here with us. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Demi Lovato didn't shy away from her past, openly talking about overdosing after being 6 years sober and how she's overcome that hurdle and now making quite the comeback.
I lived a life for the past 6 years that I felt like wasn't my own.
Demi Lovato is getting candid about what she feels led to her 2018 overdose in an emotional interview with Ellen.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm 6 years sober, but I'm miserable. I'm even more miserable than I was when I was drinking. Why am I sober?
Lovato saying her former management team intensely controlled her eating, which she feels worsened her battle with bulimia and contributed to her ultimate relapse.
Mama, I'm so sorry, I'm not sober anymore.
The sober singer saying she asked her team for help, but never received what she needed, ultimately triggering Lovato's past trauma of abandonment when they ended up leaving her.
They totally played on that fear, and I felt completely abandoned, so I drank. And that night I went to a party, and there was other stuff there, and it was only 3 months before I ended up in the hospital.
EMS 11. Found with engine 97 already on scene, unconscious.
The pop star nearly died 2 years ago, hospitalized for 13 days before restarting her road to recovery. The singer saying she needed to learn to love herself again after her relapse.
If you do go through this, you yourself can get through it. As long as you take the responsibility, you can move past it.
Demi now feeling better and taking center stage once again, performing at the Grammys and the Super Bowl. This morning, with new management and an empowering message in her brand new single, I Love Me.
I wonder when I love me is enough.
And we reached out to Lovato's former management team for comment. They didn't get back to us. But Lovato saying if you do go through this, you yourself can get through it. You can get to the other side. It may be bumpy, but you are a 10 out of 10. Don't forget it. And her new music video is out now.
Oh, an important message for everyone. Janae, thanks so much. Well, hey, babe.
Okay, and there you go. And all of us here at the Riley King Network are loving Demi Lovato. We love her music. She is a wonderful singer. Stay strong, Demi Lovato. And now let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays today. Let's see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they all have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. And also, we have a New Hampshire celebrity that is celebrating a birthday today. Let's say happy birthday to Ryan from Recycle Percussions. Ryan from Recycle Percussion is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to Ryan. We hope you have a wonderful birthday, and we love the band Recycle Percussion. And that does it for this Saturday edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. I hope you all enjoyed watching this Saturday edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and talk to you later. Goodbye, everyone.